Hi, this is Anita. I'm here with the BYU One Asia podcast, and today I'm happy to have with me Suneel from Pakistan. Tell us first something about yourself.
Okay, so my name is Suneel Munir, and I am president of BYU MS Pakistan. Uh, Apart from that, I am I'm director at Pioneer Fund International. So Pioneer Fund and BYU Management Society collaborate with each other, and we have kind of similar values to to educate the people to in leadership, in business, uh, and in the capacity building. So so in Pakistan, all kind of stuff that we organize here. So I have a volunteer team here. So we did these kind of things here in Pakistan. And thank you for giving me opportunity to introduce myself in front of you and those who are watching us.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you so much. So, where do you live in Pakistan?
I live in Lahore, uh,
Okay.
and my forefathers come from one of the village called Kasur, and they just
Oh,
migrated to Lahore.
okay. So, Pioneer Fund and of course BYU Management Society is associated with the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And I know that you are a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. I assume that you were a convert. You want to tell us just a little bit about your journey, how you came to become a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints?
Yeah, it is really interesting question. My sister is studying in Christian school, and one of his friend um invite her to come into the church. Uh, but that time, being not a member of that church, we just going our local church, and we don't see that kind of culture here in our churches. Like we'll shake the hand and English hymn, and the people are so welcoming. So I just went with my sister.
So can I just ask a quick question? Were you raised Muslim? Was your
No,
family Muslim? You were
no,
you
no.
were Christian.
Yes.
Okay.
Then my sister invite me, and I go there and see the church doctrine and see the people, those who are really welcoming. And I said, okay, I will come with you. And then my sister became a member, and then I became a member. Then I serve in the church a lot. I serve as a Sunday school teacher, then assistant branch clerk, then um, then in district presidency as a secretary, then in then then district vice leader, and then national vice leader, and then the logistic vice leader. So that is kind of calling
Wow.
that in that, and that is really that actually polished me in the church.
Wow. Wow. So your family was Christian, which I imagine there weren't that many Christians in Pakistan, right? Because Pakistan's mainly Muslim, and you
Yeah,
found the church through your sister. That's really quite a great story.
yeah.
Wow. Wonderful to hear that. Why don't you tell us a little bit about the Pioneer Fund? This is one of our, for those of you that are listening that don't know, the Pioneer Fund is, I would say, is one of our collaborators in Pakistan.
Yeah.
And it's run by Deanna and her husband. And they do a lot of good work there in Pakistan, and have done a lot of great work there and training and reaching out and helping others. And so maybe you could let our listeners know a little bit about the Pioneer Fund and what they do there, because I know that that's very much a part of what you're doing there.
Yeah. Actually, Pioneer Fund started, I guess, from last 15 years. Um, then they approached me after before 3 years, and we just started here in Pakistan with, I guess, 5 students. We just started with 5 students, and in a business course. and Sir David McComb, are one of my mentor, and I was also a student that time, and with my few church friends. So they just started a course, and then we see that there is a lot of students who really want to do that course. So we enhance the things here. Then we introduce um, the capacity building course. The one of the pioneer founder, Sir Mark Warden, he is the one who leading the capacity building course, who educate the people how to build the capacity. And then we introduce the course leadership, and also one of the founder, Sir Mark Warden, teach that course. Then we have the mental health. One of the mentor we have, like lily mining, and then one of the course, sometime personality building, teach Diana Warden, the president of that organization. So
Great.
me as a director of Pioneer Fund organized here a lot of seminars here. We organize family search seminar here in Pakistan when they are coming when they was in Pakistan. So a lot of stuff we do together here in Pakistan, like educating in the brick lanes, uh, and in the home, in the small town where there is
Right.
no education system. So we are just trying to promote the education so that they can get the education and become the great member in their society, and also enhance the capacity to build a better future. So, so Diana Warden, the president, and the Mark Warden, uh, the founder, and the David McComb, the board member, they really have a great passion. They want to give back to the community, so that people just learn and implement the golden rules and improve their lives. So
Great.
their best line is think different, act different. So these are the lines they always use.
That's quite a great story. Yeah, I'm familiar with some with the Pioneer Fund. They're a great organization. I should have said before. I said Deanna Ward, but I meant to say Warden. So Deanna, if you happen to be listening, I'm sorry that I got your last name wrong. Um, but one of the things that recently I wanted to interview you and talk to you about is you had a conference that just took place a few days ago with President Mears.
Yeah,
I know his brother, Peter Mears, of course, is the area president now in the Pacific area and used to be in Hong Kong. And I
yeah,
think President Mears used to be mission president in Pakistan, and he does
yeah,
quite a bit of work in Pakistan, from what I understand. So
yeah.
maybe you could tell us a little bit about the conference and how it went, and what the reaction was to it, and some things that other President Muir spoke about, and something maybe that you learned and gained from the conference.
Okay. Uh, First of all, the conference is quite challenging because in Pakistan we have Muharram, so these are the day when we have a public holidays, and students go their home, and they just spend the time with their family. But with lot of effort, we generate the email to the faculty member to attend this wonderful seminar. We generate the email to all to 10,000 students, uh, so uh, so that everyone come and attend this conference that we have in the UCP University. Fortunately, we have great audience, those who are really interested to attend this conference, and the best thing is that President Stephen Merce, he was our former mission president. I served with him from last 3 years. So he's a great mentor. He's a great entrepreneur. He's a great businessman, and the one of the best important thing is that he's the great religious leader. So I learn a lot from him. He mentored me so well, and when we organized the conference, so he introduced the Smiggle. So I don't know that time he was the founder of the Smiggle. So now Smiggle has around 300 store around the globe
That's
in six.
amazing, right? I
Yeah,
don't think
in
Smiggle's yet in the United States. I looked, I think they were in Australia, New Zealand, and some places like that.
Yeah. So these now they are operated in 6 countries. So that is a huge thing for me. Then I understand. Then I just see the things here. President Stephen Mercy introduced a lot of brand there that like T2, Adidas, um, and Jonas. Yeah. So these are the brand that President Mers give them the consultancy, and they are earn more than 25%. So
Wow. So
so
could you just tell me something like what what did you learn? What is something that you learned from the conference? Like what did when you came out of the conference, what is something that you came back from learning from the conference?
so I just learned from the conference is you need to start small and think big.
That's great. So what do you mean start small and think big?
Yeah, that mean is President Stephen Mers started the Smiggle in a one shop, and
Hmm.
now they expand. Now they expand in the different
Right.
places. Now they are global. So this is just click in my mind. So you need to take a startup as a small company, starting from 2 people or 3 people, or maybe alone. Then you can hire the people, and so that is the thing that click in my mind. Start small, think big. So you need to think big. You need to globalize your brand, but you at least start the things. So that is the takeaway that I take from the seminar, and I hope there is a lot of students who get who committed, who asked the question, who's about the startups, um, about the things how they can start the things. So a lot of students get benefited from that seminar,
Right.
and the most important thing is that the faculty member is really happy because one of the pioneer in stationery came here and shared the experience. And for me that is also a very good experience because I saw as an entrepreneur and the religious leader. So
Right.
that is quite interesting for me. So maybe once in a time, if I get the chance to go any country or go anywhere, so I introduce and uh, tell them I'm the member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saint. But
Mm.
beside that, that is I'm doing this, this, and this. So that is really,
That's
really,
so that's great. So President Mears basically talked about the church a bit, but at the same time, he also talked about his company,
yeah.
right? So you did this just so the audience understands that you did this not only jointly with BYU Management Society and the Pioneer Fund, but also with the university, correct?
Yeah, this is correct. I have one video recorded. I introduced the Pioneer Fund, the work that we are doing right now here, and also I introduced the BYU competition that we have in November. So these are the things that I introduced there during my time in the stage. So I think that is the best thing happening. And
Great, great. And how many students showed up, do you think? How many people actually attended? I saw the photos, it looked like quite a few.
I think maybe 80 or 100. I'm not sure about it.
Wow,
Yeah, 80 or
very
100
good.
people because the hall is full. Hall is full, and even they are sitting in the downside of the hall because they don't have chair.
Wow.
Yeah, they don't
Wow.
have. Yeah,
So was the university pleased with the talk?
universities really really like that talk, and they are so happy. They are glad that they have such a wonderful speaker. And the most importantly, the deans, the directors, the HODs are also there. So most of the seminar deans and director are very occupied. They are not come. They say we have classes. We have the other things aligned in these days for the schedule, but they never go anywhere. They sit and they understand the things. So that is a quite interesting thing for me.
Honestly, one of the great things about this is, you talk about think, like start small, but think big, and this is kind of an example of that, right? Like started small with this, but also we're thinking big at the same time, having the university come and, 80 to 100 people coming to a conference or a speech is no small feat at all. And that the other thing I was thinking about what you said, what you learned with to start small and think big is if you never start, you never get anywhere. 'Cause I think a
Yeah,
lot of people don't understand that, if you want to start a business, there's a risk to it. You have to be willing to risk, and it may or
yeah,
may not work out. But if you don't start, you never know.
yeah,
Like you did with BYU Management Society in Pakistan. You started it there, didn't know what was going to happen, how was it going to go, but you kept on going with it. And I believe that the Management Society there is going to continue to grow as more people learn about it, learn about things that how it can help them with their lives.
yeah.
Because we always talk about we do three things, right? Personal development, professional development, moral and ethical leadership. And I think that's just you're a great example too of that. Start small and think big.
Yeah. Exactly. I believe every startup, takes time. So you must be have a patient. You must be have the confidence on yourself, and then you can achieve everything whatever you want in your life. So you must be consistent in your work. So when you show the consistency in your work, the blessing come into your way.
That's a great thought. So, if you were going to leave any of our listeners with any type of advice, because this is very fascinating to me because here you are in Pakistan. A lot of people don't think about Pakistan, right, as far as BYU goes, or maybe even the church goes, Church of Christ of Latter-day Saints.
Yeah.
If you were going to leave any of our listeners with any bit of advice, what is some advice you would give? Something that maybe you've learned in your life.
Okay. I learned from my life is don't need to stop yourself. You just need to continue yourself with the abilities, with the talent, with the thing that you have, and you always try to educate yourself to bring out the best in you. And when you bring out the best in you, then you can become the better version. So when you become the better version, you can facilitate your family, facilitate your community, and then you can facilitate your nation. So first, you be strong and consistent with your work.
I think that's great, and I love how you talked about too about learning.
Yeah,
That's one of the things that the BYU management side that we say. Like we're an organization where our goal is to help people learn and grow.
yeah,
And we have those that are listening. That if you're listening, we have a couple. Really, what I'm excited about, some exciting boot camps coming up. We have one this month, which we'll be talking about data and marketing.
yeah,
Next month, we have one in August about AI and Canva and marketing. And in September, we have one about sourcing and global trade. And in October, one that I'm personally excited about is I have someone from Microsoft who's on the AI team for Microsoft who's going to talk about AI and
wow,
the changes AI will put into business. So, that's why we, as a management society here, in Asia, we also believe in, like you do, in the learning and getting the focus out and letting people know about it and making it free and letting people improve their lives wherever they are.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. But I think if I talking about the specifically Pakistan, so in Pakistan we don't have the the opportunities like
Right,
but if we learn then we can get the opportunity. So
right,
being a minority living in the Pakistan, so I always prefer to learn and lead yourself first.
right.
So and when you learn, then you can build the capacity to conquer the things that you really want in your life.
Right. Right. Learning. I mean, I really agree. And the internet has made it easier for, you can be in Pakistan or you can be out in a small village in Pakistan and you
Yeah.
can get on the internet and you can learn, right?
Yeah.
So the internet no longer stops you. You can, in fact, you have the opportunity,
Yes.
right?
Exactly.
So those are great. Well, so now this has been a great conversation today that we've had. I really appreciate you. I appreciate your those of you that don't know, BYU MS is a volunteer organization, and we appreciate Sunel and his spirit of volunteerism, being willing to start BYU MS in Pakistan and to change the lives of people. So thank you so much for all that you do. And
Thank
thank you
you.
just so much
Thank
for
you
your
very much.
great spirit and all that we can learn from you.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me, and thank you so much for this opportunity.